Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Villa Park. You joined me a few weeks after the end of the season. Nothing has really happened apart from a few youngsters that we've brought in, but this is the big main signing that we have made. Wubishet Tunjo has come in for a fee which will be rising to about £28 million. Spent some time at Basel, went to Newcastle for 11 million, went out on loan to Motherwell last season, got 8 goals in 24 games, has come to us for 28 million pounds. Now, he is a striker with 10 finishing. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's probably not the wisest of moves. However, I've got to be completely honest. I am looking at him as an attacking, as a central midfielder on attack. 16 stamina, 16 acceleration. We just look at his key points now for that central midfield attacking role. Work rate is 12, vision is 15, teamwork's 14, off the ball 16, decisions 11, composure is 14, anticipation is 13, first touch is 16, long shots of 14, passing of 13, technique of 17, and his tackling a little bit low on 10. But I think that is where we're going to train him to play, and I think that is where he's going to play a lot of this season. 19 years of age, plenty of room to improve still. 3.5-star current ability, 5-star potential, 6 foot. I think he's going to be a central midfielder, and what I will say is last season, when we had Hudson Enrique bombing on from that central attacking midfield role, he was fantastic. But I'm thinking if he fits into this role here, if Tunjo fits into this role here, and maybe Hudson Enrique moves out to that right hand side where he has played a few times as a right winger, we just get him up on a winger on attack on the right hand side. That is what we play on the right hand side, isn't it? Winger on attack. Yeah, it is. So as I said, get him up as a winger on attack. Crossing, dribbling, first touch, all very good. Passing's good, technique's good, off the ball, flair, anticipation, and then his physicals are fantastic. I think he could easily switch out to that right hand side. Just want to compare him to Nikita Rog, who is, there he is. So if we compare the two of them, Nikita Rog gets it on mentals, aerially Hudson Enrique, technicals Rog is slightly better, attacking Hudson Enrique slightly better, vision Enrique slightly better, speed's the same, and physically Hudson Enrique is slightly better. He also has 3 years on him as well. I think it might be the way we go. The only problem is if that happens and Nikita Rog drops out of the team, see, we have got players such as, and I've got the under-23s in here as well. Let me just take them out a second. So we've also got players like Anthony Russell, Camilo Paez, Ryan Dunn, who all could fit in on that sort of right or left-hand side. Anthony Russell can only play on the left-hand side at the moment, but there is an opportunity that we're going to train both of them to be able to play on the right or onto the left-hand side. Obviously, we haven't got a lot of money to do a lot of business. The only other guy that we are actively seeking out at the minute is this guy Mohamed Abraham, who is a central midfielder or a striker. At the moment, Ascat's having us 2 gold stars, possibly 3.5, and his potential is 5-star as well. He is from Egypt, from Pyramids in Egypt. We're trying to get some final details on him. We're scouting him. Doesn't seem to be anyone massively interested as yet. His average rating was a 7.28. If you just look at his career, he got 11 goals 2 seasons ago and 15 in the previous season. So I'm not 100% sure if we do bring him in, whether he's going to be another central midfielder or if he's going to be a striker. Looking at this, his finishing is quite low, but in terms of maybe a midfielder, again, it could be another addition to that midfield. The thing is then, with our midfield, we have Tulio, Hudson Enrique, Jose Werison, Maxent Cacaret, Martin Neto and Gaston Saruco all can play in that central midfield role. So one of them may drop out. Obviously, Martin Neto and Maxent Cacaret are 30 and 33. There is an outside chance that they might find themselves out in the cold. Maxent Cacaret, who has only been here 1 season, we brought him for £23 million from PSG. I'm not sure whether I'd want to sell him on just yet, but if the offer came in and we could make some money on him, it would definitely be a possible outgoing in this transfer window. I'll be completely honest there. Last season, played 21 times. He started 16 in the league, 15 appearances in the cup, 5 appearances off the bench, sorry, 5 assists, average 6.97. Didn't exactly line up any trees, I will be honest. So there is a chance if a good offer does come in for him that we may see him out the door. Martin Neto is 30 as well. He played 21 times last season, 3 goals, 7 assists, average of 7.18, 18 starts, 3 substitute appearances. So again, the thing is, we brought him in for so much money that we'd have to try and get a lot of that back. At the minute, it reckons he is worth between 36 and 39 million. Between that and Kaka at 23 and 25, maybe if we could get a combined total of close to 70 million, maybe it might be worth going for. But I just don't want to lose out too much money, because he was a big signing for what we paid for him from Motherwell, and he's done a job since he's been there. We'll just go back and quickly look. In the 3 seasons he's been here, got 3 goals in his first season, 2 in his second, 3 that season, 6.94, 7, 7.18. So he's always turned in, on average, a decent performance. Never been a massive goal scorer. That one good season at Motherwell, we've got 16 assists. But he's done a decent job for us. So I'm not sure how it's going to look at the moment. But as it stands, with this new guy, with Wabishet Tunjo coming in, who, like I said, I think will play in that central midfield role, and the possibility of Mohamed Abraham coming in as well, it may just free up space for those two to go. And if those two do go, then that hopefully will free up some money for us as well. We don't have a lot of money. We only have 30% of the transfer revenue. I'm going to ask again if we can increase it. They'll probably just turn us straight down. Not sure. Mick Whittam is going to our former club on a deal worth about £100,000. We're just going to go a day forward to see if we can get the transfer revenue increased, as we're at that point now where the days just take so much longer to get through, as we are 12 seasons into this save. Board have responded, they've rejected. Can we discuss it? No, not willing to discuss it due to the financial situation. We are £90 million in debt. We are absolutely killing this club at the moment. But hopefully a couple of seasons of not spending big should help us get back on track. And we'll come back if we have any more news in this transfer window. But at the moment, unless we sell, there's no one coming in. Back since Kakaret has gone to Nice for £20 million, Thomas Weir has gone to Motherwell for 6, Daniel Eblin has gone back to Salzburg for £5 million, exactly what we signed him for. Jesper Kiel has gone to Fulham for £5 million. Mick Whittam has gone to Stockport for £215,000. Mohamed Lofty, Milan Van Driel, Ale, Dara Gaffney and Stephen Watkins have all gone out on loan. And we've brought no one in because our finances look like this. We've got £5 million in the bank. We've got, what is that? We've got £200,000 in the wage budget. Now we might be able to bring in a couple of more players. But again, it's trying to find good value players. I mean, if you just look at our scout list, I suppose this guy here, 25-year-old Argentinian, can play all up the centre of the park. Might be worth it for £10,000. But that wage is very worrying. Mateus Agostinelli. I think we'll go with that. But then you look down here, I suppose you've got a 26-year-old goalkeeper in Ivano Di Giacobi. But do we need another goalkeeper? You work your way further down the list. £56 million guy here from Lazio. Mamadou Koulibaly is a 34-year-old central midfielder, defensive midfielder. I don't really want to spend much money on a 34-year-old. Same with Bosco Sotalo. Could play right back or centre back. 3-star current abilities between 6.6 and 10.5 million pounds. Christoph Baumgartner, not for sale, but again 33 years of age. So yeah, it's just trying to find the right moves at this point, because I don't want to overspend on any of these players at the minute. You got a guy here, Andrea Edoa, who can play centre back or right back. 2-star, maybe we'll give him a little bit of a scout, because we could probably get him in on a decent deal looking at that. But yeah, at the minute it's just trying to find the right player. And I gotta be honest, I am quite entertained by this guy. Let's get him for a week, see what it gives us, and then we're going to move from there, I think. Anthony Russell was a player we were going to keep at the club, just turned 22. However, an offer came in from Celtic, who we brought him from for £16 million. So we've let him go back out on loan to Celtic. He spent a couple of years at Aberdeen, done a decent job there in his 58 games, 7 goals, 5 assists. It is time for him to make a name for himself now at Celtic, and hopefully he can come back next season a much better player. If we just look at him here, oh, he's 2-star current ability, 5-star potential. Physicals are pretty good. If you just look at him on an inside forward, on support, finishing's a little bit poor. So is his long shots, passing technique, first touch, all pretty good. Hoping that he can have a really good season this year and really improve. He's 2 and 4 now actually, but we're just hoping he can fill out those 4 stars because he's a good player. He looks a very good player, and the bits that I've seen of him out on loan, he does look a very, very good player. We just need to hopefully get him up to that potential, and if not, I feel like we could probably send him back to Celtic for more than we brought him for. So there is that as well, as Thomas Kozlov is out for 3 weeks with a groin strain. We are a week out from the start of the season, and I think we are done. It's been a very quiet transfer window, to be completely honest. We've brought in Jamie Power, who is 6'6" centre back, just playing the youth team really. And we also signed Stephen Cousins for just under £1 million from West Ham. He is slightly more impressive. 16-year-old defender, 1-star currently, 3.5-star potential. So, but 6 strength for a 6'2" centre back, slightly worrying at this age. But again, it'll be in the youth side, just making that youth side look a little bit stronger, because I wanted a good youth side to just we can dip into from time to time. So a lot of players gone out on loan since you were last here. I think it would have been D. Sommer went to Shamrock Rovers, Lee Donnelly went to Dundee, Anthony Russell went to Celtic, we mentioned that one. Ronan McGuinness went to Bromley, and Mark Rayat went to Linfield. It means that the squad looks something like this for the start of the season. It's a 21-man squad. I did mention that I didn't want too few players, but there is a couple that haven't gone out loan still in the under 23s and the under 18s. The team is a very, very familiar looking lineup. It is Peter Wadsworth in goal. The back four is Ewan McMillan, Harold Brunick, Juan Carlos Suarez and Baptiste Dubois. Sitting in front of them is Tulio. The midfield duo is Jose Werison in that left-sided box-to-box midfielder role. Wubishet Tunjo will play as the attacking central midfielder. On the right will be Hudson Enrique. On the left will be Philip Baumann. And up front will be Federico Perilla. That means that Mark Hart comes back into the squad. He finds his space on the bench. Camilo Paez, Ryan Dunn, Thomas Kozl are all there. Gaston Saruko can play in the centre midfield, as can Nikita Rog, who can also play on the right side of the wing. Kian Thomas is in there as well as a central midfielder, 2-star, 4-star potentially 16. Martin Neto is also there as a central midfielder, and Jamie Brown is a centre back. We are lacking in defenders. Camilo Paez can play at left back. Ewan McMillan and Baptiste Dubois can both play at right back. So there is room for players to sort of chop and change there. And we do have a couple of players in the youth side as well that can come in. So I'm not too bothered by how things look. We are expected to finish in the top half of the Premier League. We are expected to reach the semi-final of the Europa League, quarterfinals of the FA Cup, and the Carabao Cup is not important, even though we nearly won it last year. And the season preview looks like this. We are predicted to finish 9th. We are 50-1, level with Spurs. We're in front of Everton and Leeds. 3 teams that come up are Blackburn, Cardiff and Southampton. They're obviously down towards the bottom, along with Wolves. West Ham looking to defend their title. They're 72, just outside of West Ham, Man City. Sorry, we're 15-8. And yeah, I think we're in a good position. Again, I think we can improve on last season's finish, and I think we can do one better. Our season starts in a tough way. 3 toughs, that is, I believe. So we start off Liverpool at home, 2 away ties against West Ham and Man United. We then have a slightly easier September, Cardiff, Southampton and Bournemouth. And then that follows through into October, Watford, Brighton, Burnley and Newcastle. But those 3 games could be really tough, especially if we're on the back of no wins in 3 games there. Pre-season's gone as you'd expect it. 3-0 victory over Charlotte Independence, 4-1 victory over Greenville, 2-0 victory over RB Leipzig, and a 4-2 victory over Salernitana. And we have Osasuna next up, away in Spain, a week before the start of the season. You'd think that's bad planning, wouldn't you? So yeah, I think things are looking up for this season. If you've enjoyed today's video, I know there hasn't been a lot going on. Hands are tied really with the wages and the transfer budget that we were given. But if you've enjoyed the video, please leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, let me know where you think we're going to finish this season, and I'll see you next time for the start of the season. Thank you and goodbye.